What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Press that like button, press that share button, press that subscribe button. Let's get into it, y'all. All right, let's go. Not caring what other individuals have to say about you, around you, is one of the most freeing feelings in the world. Let's talk about it, okay? For the longest time, I was one of those people. I cared about what other people said about me and thought about me. Ooh, other people and their words. All right. I used to be heavily affected by what other people said about me. You could have called me a raincoat. You could have called me a dirty cheeseburger. You could have called me a pillowcase. You could have called me a blue bug. I'd have been like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I was trained per se to handle things in a way where I reacted negatively, and it didn't do me well. So when either if you're just born and that's how you handle things, whether you're raised or you're programmed along your journey or somewhere along the line, that's just how you, maybe nobody did raise you that way. Not everything happens like that. Sometimes maybe you just may have been a little sensitive. Ooh, okay, maybe you just might have been a little sensitive. But either way, if you're empathic and you can feel how people think about you, and you can feel what people are, you can feel how people feel about you, you can feel how people think about you, then you know it's more to what they're saying and how it makes a person who deals with empathy, or a person who's empathetic, how it makes them feel. All right, you're going to be taken a little bit off or taken back by things a little bit more. You're going to feel things that people say a little bit more than others. Other people, they don't feel things necessarily. They might hear it being said to them, but they don't actually necessarily within the depth that you as an empath feel what is said to them. They might they feel like somebody throw a rock at them. Somebody say something to you, sometimes it feel like you got hit with a missile. All right, so I understand how it feels to get hit with an arrow or a missile, or somebody says something that makes you sweat, or somebody says something that makes you upset, or somebody says something that makes you angry. I understand that. I understand how it feels to have people say things and you don't want them to say it. All right, you're wishing they wouldn't say these things. You're wishing that they weren't like this. You're wishing that you didn't have to be around people like this. You're wishing you didn't have to see these people. Oh, why I gotta see these people? Why I gotta be around these people? If I didn't have to see them, if I only didn't have to be around them, everything would be okay. All right. At the end of this video, you're gonna be able to be around anybody by choice and not be affected. All right. When people are saying things and you're being affected by what they're saying, if somebody says something and it strikes a nerve, that means you have to repair that nerve. All right, when people say things and they try to get underneath your skin, make sure you figure out why it is impacting you so negatively. Somebody's talking to you about something and it makes you feel like you want to fight them, makes you feel like you want to jump bad with them immediately. It's probably an old wound. It's probably an old traumatic experience that you haven't healed from, you haven't addressed within yourself. You might still have some negative, some toxic energy that you have to release, that you have to heal. So when people say things and it causes you to feel some type of way, that's not always a bad thing. All right, so don't always view these situations as bad right away. Get get um get what's the word I'm looking for? Is it acquisitive? What the word I'm looking for? Or get questionary, or get questionable. All right, ask some questions. Forgive me, y'all. Ask some questions. All right, you're gonna want to question yourself on why these things are making you feel the way they are. All right, why am I so bothered by what people are saying? Why am I so bothered by what this person has to say? All right, maybe you've given this person too much credit. Maybe you hold this person, maybe you're giving this person too much energy or too much power than they should have. All right, maybe you're putting this person on a pedestal so you care about what they think. All right. The one thing that's going to keep you caring about what people think is trying to make them think a certain way. You can't force anybody to think how they want to think about you. You can't force people to not say what they say about you. People are going to have their own opinion. All right, you should want people to have their own opinion. That's what makes the world a unique place. Early on, is it easy to get affected by people's opinions when you don't have the proper know-how or how to deal with how you feel about other people's opinions? Yes. All right, other people's opinions could tear you down, could make you feel bad. A lot of times people are jealous, and a lot of people sometimes are narcissists and they give their opinion to try to break you down. A lot of times people will give their opinion to try to destroy you. But the one thing you should try not to do is try to stop these people from giving their opinion. You're not going to stop people from saying what they want to say. We wish we could change people. We wish we could get people to not be like who they are, but that is going against who they are. That's why you're feeling resistance. That's why you're feeling drained. That's why you're feeling tired sometimes, besides the narcissistic abuse. Let's not act like this is all the reason why it's draining, why you're tired. But trying to force something, trying to change something that will never change, that will never be what you want it to be, is draining, and that is tiresome. Trying to get people to, man, I would be around this person if they just didn't talk like that. I'd be around this person if they just didn't say that. The reason why they talk like that is because they're trying to show you who they are, and you shouldn't want to change them, and you can't change them. The reason why you feel like that around those people is because they secretly are jealous towards you. They secretly don't want you to succeed in what you want to succeed in. So what they'll do is they'll take shots at you, and you shouldn't want to try to do anything about it. All right. A lot of times people will say you have you don't have thick skin or you're sensitive, when they are in fact just being a-holes. You can't take away from the fact that these people are being extremely difficult on purpose, but not trying to change their view of you will help you a lot. Who cares what people's view of you is? If you're focused on other people's view on you, guess what? You're focused on the wrong things. You should be so focused on your view of you. You should be focused on your life being so awesome. You should be focused on how good you're doing and where you want to take your life and the direction you want to go, that you're not worried about other people's opinions, and you're not easily brought down by the negative things people say. When people say negative things and they are easily able to get to you, you're focused on the wrong things. You're not focused on the right things. When people could say negative things and they're easy to get to you, your mind's not on money. When your mind is on the money, when your mind is on bettering yourself, when your mind is on God, when your mind is on good things, when your mind is on self-improvement, you don't even have time to focus on what somebody else is doing, let alone what they're saying or thinking about you. So if you're too focused on what people are saying or thinking about you, that is letting you know you're focused on the wrong things, and that you need to put more time and energy into yourself, so that way you could take a poop on what these people are saying and how they feel about you, what they say about you, what they feel about you, and what you think about you. You'll take that to the bathroom, wrap some around your hand, and clean yourself. And without getting too graphic, y'all already know what it is. You'll take their opinion and use it use it personally. All right, you will take their opinion and use it very personally, and disclose and get rid of their opinion, because you don't need it. So that's exactly what you should do with it. Take it and flush it down the toilet where it belongs. Don't let these people's opinions get to you. You're trying to change people's perception of you. You want people to view you a certain way. Your whole life would be better if they just viewed you a certain way. Your whole life would be just better if they looked at you this way. Your whole life would be better if they just left you alone. Your whole life would be better if they would just not bother you. I understand. It would. I get it. I swear to God, I get it. Okay, forgive me. God, I understand that your life would be so much better if these people would leave you alone, but we have to take responsibility and accountability for how we feel about things. These people can control These people can't control how we feel about things. That's where we got the game messed up at. Just because somebody's doing something around you doesn't mean they control your environment. Just because people are controlling what's around you doesn't mean they're controlling what's happening inside of you. You have power over that. All right? So, not caring what other individuals say around you is the most freeing feeling in the world. When you come to the realization you can't change people, when you come to the realization you don't want to change people, it's freeing. All right, people will say things, and you'll allow them to just have free range to say whatever they want. Don't let people play you. Don't let people disrespect you. Don't let people insult you, and especially while they're in front of you, talking to you in front of a whole bunch of people. Don't let that happen. But when people are just running off at the mouth, when people are gaslighting you and they're saying things that pertain to you around you to try to get in your head, don't worry about that. Earlier today, somebody said something about, oh, Jesus. And back in it, like a while ago, a few months ago, maybe last year or something like that, that would have bothered me. I'm like, man, that's what I talk about. This person is blah 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 blah. And if I don't need that loser to do nothing. I don't need that person to do nothing. If that's how they feel, that more power to them. God bless them for sharing their opinion. God bless them for having a separate opinion. I don't care how that they feel. God's blessing me. Number one. Number two, I'm focused on what I'm doing. It's better for me to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing than how somebody feels about me, especially if it ain't positive. That's not serving me. I'm focused on who I'm serving and who's serving me. That's it. I'm not focused on the negative people that come into my life. I'm focused on people that come into my life to bring the gospel. I'm focused on people that come into my life with good news. Good news, good news, good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. All right. I am focused on people bringing me good news. All right. I take time, man. I've been programmed by life, I'll say, to have a negative mindset. And like what I'm doing now for the past few months, I've been working on myself. Now I can finally sit and find things throughout the day. Be like, yo, I like that. I like that. I like the fact that I was able to wake up this morning. I like the fact that I could see the sun shining. I like the fact that the sky is blue and the grass is green. I like the fact that my life is going well. I like the fact that somebody sent me a cash app earlier. All right, thank you very much. Super chat. Somebody sent me a super chat earlier. Thank you for that super chat. All right, I find ways to focus on things, and thank you for that cash app too. I find ways to focus on things that make me feel better. I don't have to focus on things that are negative. For the longest time, like you'll be programmed. I call it the news world mind. When you have a news world mind, your mind just constantly looks for negative things. It's different to bring awareness to things. It's different to want to talk. You talk about whatever you want. It's different to want to talk about a subject, but for your mind to just constantly go from one negative thing to the next negative thing to the next negative thing. It's like, is this person ever positive? It's like now I can find things like, yo, I like that. And I'll just find, instead of finding things that I don't like or finding things that are wrong or negative, I'm retraining my mind to look for the things that I like. And that's a great place to be in. That means I'm now taking responsibility for how I feel about the people, even though they're jacked up. I don't have to let the jacked up people control me, because that having other people control your anger. That's like having other people enslave you. When people can control you and control, when outward experiences can control how you feel on the inside, you're a slave. Just like Kanye said, you're a slave. All right. So once you get that control over yourself, once you get that control over your thoughts and what's happening on the inside of you, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to love your life. You're going to feel free, and you're not going to be held back by people's thoughts, opinions. You're not going to be scared to try things, to do things, because you're not going to be caring what somebody else has to say about what it is you're doing with your time, your life, your goals, your dreams. You're going to be too busy enjoying yourself, living your life, enjoying the presence of God, enjoying all the blessings he's bestowing upon you, and enjoying walking the righteous path. So with that being said, I'm bringing this video to a close. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the share button. Thank you for showing some love in the comments. And thank you for subscribing. All right. Show some love in the comments. All right. I'll see everybody in the next video. All right. Stop caring what people say around you. Free your mind and everything else will follow. But nah, all jokes aside, it's a freeing feeling to not care what people think about you. And once you care more about what you think about you, and once you put your mind more onto what you're doing than what other people are saying and how they're trying to make you feel, then you'll begin to win, because you're putting your focus and attention back on you, something they don't want you to do. Because when you do that, you'll realize who has all the power. You. I'll see you all, you wonderful, amazing people, in the next video. This has been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Bark, bark, y'all. Y'all hear the dog. We out.